Well, good afternoon. Welcome back to the Sportsman Rugby League. We've got another absolute cracker on the way from the Betfred Women's Super League as the Wigan Warriors take on the Leeds Rhinos here at Robin Park. And alongside me to bring you this one, a former England international, woman of steel, Courtney Winfield-Hill. Courtney, these kind of games in this competition, we've seen some absolute classics already this season. Do you think we'll get another?
Well, look, we can only hope so. I don't think you've seen a season prior that's had as many draws between the big teams. Obviously, the close one for Leeds the other week against St Helens with a goal, a conversion that separated. And, you know, Wigan have had the edge over Leeds so far, both in the Challenge Cup and as well in the first round where they dusted them on their home soil at Headingley. So you'd like to think that the Leeds Rhinos would be up for it. And it's these games, like we know that those top four don't meet all that often, so there's plenty of motivation amongst both camps today.
We've seen plenty of Wigan to know that they'll be right up there. We've seen some really good glimpses from Leeds this season. We're kind of at that time of year now where playoffs are not that far away. This is the time to start hitting some form. Do you think that will be kind of back of the minds for these players? Absolutely,
and I think more so particularly for Leeds Rhinos. You know, they've played 8 games, only won the 4 with a draw amongst it. They're sitting fourth, and I actually think that's where probably the danger lies. I do think Wigan, they've got 1 point ahead of St Helens at the moment. I think Wigan will finish top. If you land in fourth, you're going to have a playoff against the Wigan Warriors, who are just storming it this year. I think that's the real danger. If the Leeds Rhinos don't win today, it's going to make the back end of the year really, really tough.
Well, it's all on the line here at Robin Park. Let's get the thoughts of the two head coaches, Dennis Betts and Lois Forsell. Another big game at home. Looking forward to this one?
Yes, this is it's exciting. I think Leeds have been playing really well. I think they've got a really exciting young group of players that are starting to find their feet a little bit. Like I say, at the start of the year, they had some changes in their squad, a little bit of a shuffle around, but I think now they're showing what a competitive group they are.
It's interesting whenever these top 4 teams sort of play each other. They've all been really, really close, give or take the odd game this year. That there is a real kind of sense that anyone can beat anyone in that group, isn't there?
I think that's the nice thing about the 4 as well. Okay, there is a separation at the moment, but within that 4 there's real competitive, high quality games. Even the games when we've played this year and we've pulled away towards the end, there's been a real high quality of rugby on show. Some fantastic tries and some great defensive efforts.
In terms of the focus on yourselves ahead of this one, how's preparation been?
We've been good, like most sides this year. We've run into a number of bumps and knocks. Like a couple of our senior players in Mary Coleman and Vic Mornew have got some injuries, knee injuries, and then we lose Elise Derbyshire during the 9s to an ankle injury. So there's those little things that just catch up with you at this stage of the year, but it creates opportunities within the squad. And I think at the moment, our squad's pretty solid and all the girls are raring to go.
When you look down your squad list, plenty of players that have come through the academy system. Is that a real strength of yours, that when you do have injuries you can bring people through and you've got squad players there?
I think that's the only way to be. That's the future of the club in this town and for the league as well. Every club's got to look to generate and produce its own players. And I think ours is very similar to Leeds. You like to say, we've got a good catchment area, we've got a good group of girls, we've got some competitive amateur sides through the age groups, we've got a strong academy, and like I say, the future looks really bright for a number of these girls in this competition.
And just lastly on today, when you kind of think about this tactically, 2 teams that have scored a few points in the last few weeks, does that kind of put extra onus on defence?
No, you've got to be able to enjoy not having the ball. I think we've scored a lot of points, but we've not conceded many others, so we do make a big effort on our defensive energy. So we've got some rules in play, and we understand the principles that we're trying to get to when we've not got the ball. But again, we're a side that likes the ball in hand. We like to attack, we like to complete, the girls want to show that they can play with the ball in hand, and they want to pass and they want to play. And I think that's the joy of watching Leeds as well. Both sides here today that are going to hopefully have a decent crowd, and they're going to enjoy some exciting rugby league.
Hello, it's good to see you again. Obviously we saw you last week, a good win against Huddersfield. What did you take out of that performance?
I think that we took away from it that we've got to stick to our processes. I thought that we were real good in the first sort of opening 15-20 minutes defensively. We were really dominant, but when we came away from process, that sort of spell after half time, we had a real scratchy 20-25 minutes where we didn't do all the things we'd done well in the first half, and probably allowed Huddersfield to play a little bit. I thought they were improved and they had a few missing, but it was a good game. The weather obviously added to the sort of conditions we had to play in, but yeah, when we stick to process, we're good, and when we come away from it, we'd make life tough for ourselves.
Couldn't be more different conditions today. Different challenge as well. What's the preparation been like this week?
Yeah, it's been good. We've had a few changes this morning in terms of personnel. Bella Sykes has dropped out due to illness. Ellie Frame was at 18th, but she's dropped out as well. So Grace Short's up onto the bench. But prep's been good. We've had a good week at training, and just looking forward to getting kicked off today.
Interesting time of year, really. Playoffs starting to loom into sight. All the competition points you can get are important. Have you sort of spoken to your group at this stage about kind of narrowing the focus?
I think just like week on week is big for us in terms of getting the results that we want week on week. I think we've been disappointed with some of the bigger games that we've lost, and we've got an opportunity, Wigan today and York in the future, to sort of make sure that we're getting the performance right and getting the result that we want. But it's very much week on week, because I think it's so much changes week by week, so it's hard to shift your focus too far past that.
It's felt like you've had quite a bit of sort of shuffling the pack in terms of right across your squad this season.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're starting to get a little bit of consistency now?
Every time we do, then we've against Saints lost Sophie Nuttall, had to bring our 18th in. Again today, lost Bella, had to bring our 18th in. So and Eve is missing from last week, so we're not really getting the consistency. But that's rugby, ups and downs and everything in between. And we spoke about having a real good squad and everyone being able to add value when required, so that's what we'll do week on week.
Just told before you came on, it was your birthday yesterday. Looking forward to hopefully celebrating with a win.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah. So it was birthday yesterday, and hopefully the girls can have a good job today and go home on the fun bus, but yeah, we'll see.
Well, thanks for joining us. Good
Thank
luck.
you.
So welcome back to Robin Park Arena. More Betfred Women's Super League on the way. We brought you an absolute classic here a few weeks ago, Wigan versus Saints. Let's hope for another. Let's see then how the two sides line up. The Wigan Warriors, the home side, they start off with number 1 Grace Banks, the live wire at fullback. She plays behind a wing pairing of Anna Davies and Tiana Power inside. Those two in the centres. Georgia Wilson is partnered by Molly Jones. It's a half-back pairing of Jenna Fobister and Isabel Rowe, who play behind a pack fronted up by Holly Speakman, Shania Power, with Rennie Wilton in between them at hooker. Eva Hunter and Keris Jones are the second row, and Megan Williams completes the 13 for the Warriors. Coming off the bench for the home side, Caris Marsh, Reese Casey, Jade Gregory Hazelden and Mia Jane Atherton provide the reinforcements for Dennis Betts. For the Rhinos, as Lois Fussell mentioned, a couple of players missing from that win against Huddersfield last week. Ebony Stead was the player of the match. She's still in there at full back. Olivia Whitehead and Sophie Nuttall on the wings. Beth Van Dayton, who was a doubt this week, she's in the centres alongside Jenna Greening. Melanie Howard and Tally Breyer are the half-back pairing. Isabel Northrop and Kaya Glynn are joined by Ruby Bruce in the front row. Lucy Murray and Shannon Brown are in the second row, and Ella Donnelly locks in the pack for the Rhinos. Coming off the bench for the visitors, Frankie Blakey, Connie Boyd, Grace Short and Jess Sharp will be the reinforcements for Lois Forsell. Good crowd building up around us here. Plenty of intrigue into this Wigan team, and Leeds, I should say, come into this game looking to cement their place in the top 4 and look to push themselves towards those home playoffs. As the two teams come out alongside me, Courtney Winfield Hill. Courtney, this looks like a really good matchup.
Yeah, it should be, and we know that this year Wigan taken both the round 1 in the Super League as well as knocking Leeds out in that Challenge Cup semi, so Leeds will definitely be hungry. Makes a stark contrast to the weather last weekend too, doesn't it? A dry pitch, and it looks absolutely really well cut, fast. Hopefully that's going to suit both teams this afternoon.
Yeah, it's a carpet here at Robin Park. A few clouds overhead, but the forecast is that we will stay dry this afternoon, so hopefully some hard, fast rugby league on the way. But before we get stuck into it, Just a moment to pay tribute to a rugby league legend. The rugby league world was saddened yesterday to hear the passing of Ray French, MBE. Ray was the voice of rugby league on the BBC for nearly 4 decades after a playing career that saw him play in both Union and League, earning him an MBE in 2011. The whole rugby league family offers our deepest condolences to Ray's friends and family at this sad time, and we will mark his passing with a minute's silence ahead of this one. Ray French, a giant on the field and in the commentary box. He will be missed in this great sport. So back to the action here at Robin Park Arena. Wigan Warriors and Leeds Rhinos ready for 80 minutes of Betfred Women's Super League action. Live and exclusive here on the Sportsman. We saw that we had a Sunday with no games on. We thought we can't be having that. We'll put one on for you. So here we go. Two teams that need very little introduction. It's going to be Wigan who get us underway in their famous cherry and white, kicking from left to right on your screen, to Leeds Rhinos in the blue and amber, who will get first taste of the football.
On you, stay behind the girls. Are you here?
So Brandon Worsley is our referee. He gets us on the underway. And Leeds, with the first job of getting out from under their own sticks, is straight away an error. And Courtney, that is a coach killer.
Where do you want it? Where's Georgia? Georgia? 20. On the 20, girls. Scrum down, Wigan ball. Pat down here. Sorry, man. On the cross, girls, if you can. Girls, hold that line, please. Head in at the back. Head in.
Error.
Head in.
From Howard. So much experience, of course, and she has gifted Wigan an opportunity to score straight away. They stretch the ball out to the left-hand side, and they could score pretty much with the first play of the game. Power goes over on the left-hand side, and Wigan are off to the perfect start.
It's just, yeah, that's all. It's just
Wing today. Well, she gets herself one in inside the first minute.
Yeah. Cheers, Shay. Thank you.
Yeah, wonderful work from Wigan, getting the ball through the hands. A couple of decoy runners as well. And Wigan, just 90 seconds into this game, find themselves with a 4-point lead, which Isabel Rowe now has the opportunity to turn into 6. Not an easy one, but she's got some form with the boot. She's the top goal kicker in the league with 64 already. She steps up, strikes it well, just pushes it to the left-hand side of the post, so it stays 4-0. But Wigan will be very, very pleased with that start. And, well, before Leeds have really touched the ball, Courtney, they find themselves having to regroup.
Yeah, and you mentioned it there before. It's a coach killer, isn't it? Power, she wasn't risking it. She got down early into the line. Wanted those 4 points on. Rowe couldn't convert. But regardless, a 4-point lead straight up within the first 60 seconds of the game.
Tally, you run there behind your kicker.
So Ebony Stead will get us back underway. So Leeds find themselves 4 points down without really touching the football.
Stay behind the girls on you.
And Wigan now have an opportunity to show what they can do coming out of their own territory. It's a shorter kick-off, but Wigan deal with it. Straight away up to the 40, so platform to work with in this set for the Warriors. And look to just keep it in the forwards in the early exchanges.
Hold!
Keen to make sure they don't get too carried away with that lightning start.
Okay. 3.
Into Leeds territory they come. Wilson in at dummy half. She brings us out to the right-hand side. This is Rowe up to the line, and that ball's gone to ground. Grace Banks coming into the line at fullback.
Mel.
It was a slightly low pass. She couldn't bring it in cleanly.
Between the lines, Mel. Middle.
And Leeds gifted an opportunity now to respond themselves.
Well, a sigh of relief there for the Leeds Rhinos after a short kick-off. Only a couple of plays before Wigan crossed that halfway line, but the pass from Rowe out the back, trying to hit Banks just below the knees there.
Girls free at the front, please.
A little bit difficult to pull in.
Need another back row weight, Mel, sorry.
Leeds Rhinos, they get themselves into some nice position in their first chance with hands on the ball.
So out they come to Brierley, who brings us out to the right-hand side. Wigan's defence is good, no real gain on that first play, but Leeds, of course, have a full set to work with here, so they'll look to get themselves into a decent kicking position. Glyn will play the ball just short
of halfway.
Go
2. You step forward, shot on that.
Should go one way or the other. Here's Howard.
3.
Just a short ball to Isabel Northrop, who brings it up towards the 40.
Go 3. Good.
Ruby Bruce in at dummy half. This is Lucy Murray firing into the line. She's up towards the 30. Leeds making decent progress in this set. Bruce again at dummy half. Out to the right-hand side. Good carry. There from Ella Donnelly. This is the last. Leeds in decent kicking position. It is Howard who puts the ball high up into the air for Anna Davies to deal with, which she does. But a good set that from a Leeds perspective.
Yeah, really solid set from the Rhinos, and they find themselves asking Wigan to come out of a corner after a nice kick there to finish off. But no, Kira Bennett's out this week. Lovely to see Ruby Bruce in there directing her forwards and second rowers through their metres.
3. Move! Up and square, hold! Go 3.
They'll be just looking to work themselves through this set, but here comes Power, and she's taking on the fullback Stead. She could be away here. Shania Power, can she go the distance? What an effort this is from the prop forward. She does go the distance. And from nowhere, Wigan strike from 70 metres. Back-to-back tries. And already Leeds in a deep, deep hole here at Robin Park Arena. It just opened up in front of her.
It really did. If we can get another shot on the replay after the first set with ball in hands, Leeds Rhinos forwards have done some great work. And I think it was Donnelly who bit in. If we can get another replay, here it is. Sister Shania was play the ball, but as you can see there, defensive bite in there from the Rhinos, just opened it up in behind, made little work around the fullback. And Lucy Murray, well, she's not good enough to stay in touch. Power goes 70 metres. It's the Power sisters on show here today.
Yeah, Tiana started it off. Shania finished it. Plenty of experience in Australia, of course, with Gold Coast Titans and North Queensland Cowboys, a former Origin player, and all of that pedigree on show there as she just sliced through the line. And with 7 minutes played, not even 7 minutes played, Isabel Rowe has her second goal kick of the game and a possibility to make this 10-0 to Wigan. What will the talk have been from a Leeds perspective under those sticks, because they find themselves 10-0 down largely from their own doing?
Well, I think absolutely the defensive efforts. Los Forcell often demands of her teams to control that ruck defensively.
Same again.
Tally Breyer just disconnected there with her middles, lowest four cell. We know how dangerous Wigan are when they get into good ball. This is where the Leeds Rhinos really have to manage and work hard to just deny them those metres first and foremost.
So again, they go with the short kick-off option. This time it's not taken as cleanly, and Leeds might have the ball back here. They do, so
okay, I'm okay with that.
Another opportunity to make amends straight away for the Rhinos. They've settled this about 23 metres away. Plenty of width to work with if they want to. Keep it tight to begin with. Kaya Glynn just crashes into the line on the 20-metre mark.
You got to work with me. Hold. Go free.
Now they come out to the left-hand side. Good handling. This is Stead looking to come into the line. Takes on Georgia Wilson and Anna Davies. Eventually brought down. Isabel Rowe in there as well for Wigan. Ruby Bruce steps in at hooker. Out to Howard. Howard just shows the ball to the defence and then shifts it out to the right-hand side. This is the last, so an opportunity for the first time really to put an attacking kick in. Howard just steps back onto her foot, stabs a grubber kick through. Grace Banks has done well to just get across and shut that down. Stays in the field of play as well. Wigan with a job to do to get away from under their own sticks, but the second set with ball in hand, pretty good again from Elise perspective.
Yeah, it was certainly created by Jenna Greening off the kick-off, and that desire to win the ball was absolutely brilliant. So we see Wigan for the first time in this game. Tackle 3, still trying to come out of their own end, and this is exactly where the Leeds Rhinos need to start.
Go for. Place that.
Yeah, they just need to settle this game down a bit, don't they? Get into a bit of a rhythm, bit of an arm wrestle. Hit by 2 sucker punches early on. And this Wigan team, as we've seen throughout this season, can be ruthless if you let them get a head of steam up. That's taken well by Olivia Whitehead, who's met by 3 Wigan defenders. She'll play the ball just short of halfway. Bethan Dainton, the next cab off the rank, the Wales captain.
Go 2, you square now, 19.
Now come out to the right-hand side. Howard just dropping it off to her forwards.
Move up and square. Go 3.
Leeds have got shake both sides of the ruck. It's the left to which they come to Howard again. Northrop.
Penalty offside, 20
again. A penalty for an offside. Wigan just too keen, and that will help Leeds.
Yeah, it really will, and that's off the back of a really good defensive set in the previous set for Leeds, and a bit of kick pressure actually gave them some good time coming across halfway. And the penalty also helps right in front of the sticks.
She's holding it there, by the way.
So Northrop carries again, up over the 20. Eventually slowed down and then stopped by 3 Wigan defenders. Bruce in at dummy half. Out to the right-hand side. Ella Donnelly will have a crack from loose forward. She stopped around 11 metres away. Bruce looks right, then goes left, going herself. Could be in here, eventually just shut down. A split second looked like it was going to open up for Ruby Bruce. Leeds still with ball in hand. This is Stead. She'll have a go. Again, stopped just short. Leeds knocking on the door here. Breyer, big ball out to the left-hand side. Howard looks for a cut-out ball to Whitehead. Just takes a bounce. Whitehead does well to bring it in and then look to try and force her way through. This is the last. What can Leeds come up with here? Howard stabs a grubber kick through. Grace Banks does really well again and looks to try and step away. Good effort, though, on the kick pressure from Ruby Bruce. And after a pretty disastrous start, at the moment, Leeds playing the game where they want to.
Well, they finally got themselves in position down at the right end of the field. But this was the struggle we saw back in the earlier rounds of the season. They had time, but never really came up with points. And that's another set gone begging. They come away with no points. And if they are to come over the top of this Wigan team, they're going to need plenty of those.
Well, this is a Wigan side who have only conceded 52 points in their 8 Betfred Women's Super League games so far this season. So defensively, they are about as good as it gets. As that kick goes up, and Whitehead does really well on the fly to catch that ball on the full.
Hold here, Wigan, hold.
Brought down on halfway, so Leeds are earning themselves some decent starting positions with the work that they're doing in defence.
So little efforts in defence as well. Plenty of kick chase pressure. On that occasion was Lucy Murray. And those little 1%ers don't go unnoticed.
Dainton looks to just apply a little bit of late footwork to the line. She's eventually brought down.
Hold.
Bruce out to the right-hand side to Howard. Now they'll look to apply a little bit of width.
4.
Full
Move up and square.
breadth of the field to play with here.
Hold. Go 4.
So they'll come left to Glyn. Glyn will just put it up her jumper, ramp it in herself. Still going, Kira. Glyn still going.
4.
Kaya Glyn.
Hold here. Hold.
Up over the 20. Bruce dead centre. Comes left to Howard. Howard this time with a little chip kick over the top. Banks again is good underneath it, but we seem to be finding a little bit of a pattern here of Leeds just burying Wigan into that left corner.
Yeah, it really is. There's an intention to go at this left side, the right defensive side of Wigan.
Hold.
I just wonder on that occasion, it was Wilson sitting back, ready for the kick. Had plenty of numbers on this left. Was it a chance to run it?
Hold. Go 3.
Wilson to Power. Power fancying another one of those length of the field efforts. This time the Leeds defence is level to it, but it's a quick play of the ball, and Wilson can get on her bike and look to bring things out to the left-hand side.
5.
Leeds defence shuffles across and manages to shut it down. So the kick will come eventually from Isabel Rowe. It's a high one for Stead to get underneath, which she does well. Now she'll look to return with interest, and yet again Leeds start this set on the halfway line. Unable to find any points so far in the opening 13 minutes of this game.
That's how you got to hold.
But building themselves into it nicely after a disastrous start as Murray gets an offload away to Dainton, who shrugs off a tackle and finds some space to work with. Now Mel Howard will look to try and step herself away. She recycles the ball, which is good from Leeds.
Up and square, find space.
The away fans show their appreciation. Brier.
One coming, good work, lad.
Short ball to Brown. Brown will play the ball 14 metres away from the Wigan line. Tackles in hand. Stead. Show and go, and then recycles the Bruce. Bruce is absolutely rocked in the tackle. Gets up, plays the ball. Leeds still on the front foot. Just a couple of metres away. Still tackles to play with. Brier. Oh, bit of a loose pass, and
that's a leg. Play on. That's a leg.
Gone backwards, says the referee. So still Leeds on the attack. Howard comes to the short side. Dainton steps back inside, looking for room. Can't find much. This is the last. Out they'll come to Howard again. Another grubber kick through. This one could work. Brier's going after it. In the end, picked up really well. And Wigan are able to get out to their own 10-metre line. Dennis Betts, you will feel, will be very pleased with the way his side have defended their own goal line.
Absolutely, well, and he alluded to it in the pre-game interview, talking about his players love the ball in hand, they love throwing it around, but equally they're learning to love to play without the ball and defend, and they've showed it another set where they deny Leeds Rhinos any points coming away, and these moments will build on the Rhinos as the game goes by.
5 is it? Move now. Last.
So Wigan will finish this set just inside their own half. Comes out to Rowe again, who this time looks to put a little bit more distance on it rather than the high bombs that she has been employing so far. So Whitehead is turned around. She has to go backwards and pick it up. And this is the deepest that we've seen Leeds with ball in hand for probably about 10 minutes in this game.
Go 1, that's good, that's better from you.
And now Wigan will look to try and pin the Rhinos into their own half. That's a decent carry from Dainton. Finds the front as well, so it's a quick play the ball. Gets Leeds moving again up towards halfway.
Ball 3, play on, still 2, still 2.
Tackle not complete, so the offload is there, and now Leeds are going up the middle. Really nice work from the Rhinos, just showing a little bit of invention at times.
Yeah, they are. In the last set, in good ball, a little bit of ad hoc play. But on this occasion, we can just see the offloads and the support runners continue to flood through for the blue and amber.
So again, that kick over the top looks to try and turn Davies round. She deals with it well. She stopped just a couple of metres short. There's a real pattern developing, isn't it? Leeds are really targeting this near corner with their end of set plays. This is where they want Wigan to have to try and play from. Here's Georgia Wilson.
Okay, 3.
Looking for a high shot.
Georgia.
Nothing coming from Brandon Worsley, our referee. Says get on with it. So that's what Wigan do, up over the 20.
Move! Make the 10. Hold.
Wilson brings us out to the left-hand side, and there will be a penalty for an offside from Leeds, and a little bit of a
I'm talking to you, there's only so much
release on the pressure valve from a Wigan perspective.
Yeah, certainly was, and it was a great set from the Leeds Rhinos. An early kick from Mel Howard, managing in behind the Wigan defensive line.
Offside,
and some great work defensively for the Rhinos. Just comes undone.
Let's go.
And the Wigan Warriors, they opt not to look for touch, instead give Power some time on the ball as she pushes up through the 40.
Tally, you're not square, make the 10. You're good now.
Tiana Power plays the ball. This is Eva Hunter.
Move!
Hasn't she had a brilliant
season, hasn't she?
Good.
Every time I've seen her play this year, she's done something really, really impressive, both defensively and with ball in hand.
Hold! Go 3. Shots.
A product of this Wigan system. Former Academy Player of the Year as Wigan try to come down the right-hand side. That's come loose off Davies and then again off the Leeds hand. So
first one's by Wigan.
We're going to come back for the original error from Anna Davies. It will be a Leeds scrum.
Halfway between, lads, yeah.
It was off the play the ball. Izzy Rowe decided to sweep back around down the blind side, but Lucy Murray, it's her contact on Anna Davis, forces a mistake. And Lucy Murray, the last couple of sets, has really ramped up her efforts defensively. And quite often it takes Lucy Murray a punch in the face, not literally, but or to be behind on the scoreboard to click into gear, but she's found it early in this game.
Well,
it's
open square.
An interesting tale of the tape after 19 minutes. Barring 2 disasters from Leeds, they've probably been the better side.
Shoulder. Sorry.
Well, they have. They've earned
this penalty will help.
Their position, and another one goes in there for a high shot. Again, affording the Leeds Rhinos a chance down at the line. But this will be probably the 5th set in good ball. And as you said, 10 down after 6 minutes. The Leeds Rhinos have got to come up with some points for all their hard efforts.
Oh, there's an error straight away, so they're not going to come up with any points on this occasion. And here goes Eva Hunter. Straight onto that ball.
Go 0.
And Wigan up towards halfway.
1. Move now.
Maybe an opportunity for them to try and put a good ball set together if they can make their way upfield.
Move now.
Jones up towards the 40 where she'll play the ball to
girls.
Wilton, who brings it out to Rowe. Rowe looks to apply some width with Fobuster, who's almost through the line. Now Hunter's away. She's up over the 20.
Hold. Go 3. They've all made it.
Wigan with the wind in their sails here. Power. Short ball from her to
4.
try and open things up.
Line, girls. Hold. Sorry. Go last. 4.
Now they'll come out to the right-hand side. Rowe. Ooh, ball out the back. I think it was intended for Banks. Didn't find her, but Georgia Wilson cleans up, and she could be in on the right-hand side. Forced back well by the Leeds defence, but Wigan's turn to bang on the door. Rowe takes that one around their ankles, then grubbers through. Isabel Rowe could be in. It just bounces a couple too many times, but just for a split second, looked like Rowe had opened things up.
Yeah, it didn't. You got to be brave playing here at Robin Park. We know that the end goals are probably maximum 4 metres, so any grubbers really have to be perfectly weighted.
Good to go.
And it's sat up just enough that Howard.
She's actually touched that. Yeah, it's a repeat set. She's touched that from outside the field of play, so it is a goal line dropout, and Wigan now with another set right on the Leeds goal line. Power. Shania on this occasion up over the 10, still going, stopped just a couple of metres short. Wigan's shape is stacked towards this right edge, and they'll come short. Leeds defence has done well. Hold that ball up, but still Wigan.
Middle. It's a scrum now.
with possession in dangerous position. That was Megan Williams who almost did enough to force her way over.
Was here, and it was a contact from Izzy Northrop on Williams.
Oh, in
You
fact,
can see the delight on her face.
forced the error.
3-4-5. You've got to be
Couldn't
in.
quite
You've
see
got to
that
be
just
in.
behind that
On that
post
10, he's in
protector,
ball
but
in.
Leeds have the ball back 10 metres away
Out.
from their own goal
Well,
line,
Thank
so
you.
that's a feather in their cap, just defending that little period of play
One.
out.
Move now! Good square.
Dainton up
Go
over
one.
the 10 metres. Howard will just go herself, dummy half.
Move now! Hold!
Anna
Hold!
Davies there to stop her in her
Go
tracks.
two. Georgie, make sure you stay out on that one for me. That last one. 2, 3. Move! Hold here.
A really
hold right edge, hold!
An interesting
Go three.
period of play this. It feels like both teams have had to do quite a lot of defensive work.
Yeah, they have it. Some really good moments
There's a
in
penalty,
defence.
so that'll be a piggyback upfield for Leeds.
Yeah. Please be very careful. Lucy, take your
Defensively,
time.
both teams really putting a dig in and forcing some errors, which you love
Lucy,
to
take your time.
see.
No rush at all.
So we see Lucy Murray with the
Time's
fend.
off then. Head.
Was it Remy Wilton perhaps coming in over the top?
It's just a penalty.
Penalised as we
Oh,
see
fine.
Lucy
It's
Murray
like
get a
that.
little bit of attention there.
Yeah, just having a
No, landings, I don't.
chat with the physio. Hopefully all okay to carry on. As Phil Sell alluded before the game to some of the players that she's got missing, some of the last minute withdrawals from the squad for various reasons.
What, like the first contact after? All right.
She'll be very much hoping
Did you hear what I said over there?
the second row Lucy
Joe, when
Murray
you
can
made the
stay on the
tackle,
field
and
here,
you've,
but
like, peeled off.
understandably so with anything around the head and neck. Physio's taking plenty of time to make sure she's all
I
right.
just said, like, get out of the way. Yeah. Thank you.
She's tough as nails, Lucy Murray,
Yeah,
so
Yeah.
fingers
Just
crossed
worth
she's
mentioning.
okay.
I've got about
We can get this
24
game
games
back
on.
underway, but both teams taking a well-earned drink while Lucy's getting tended to.
You all right, Lucy?
It's been quick, hasn't it? First 20 minutes of this game, the intensity of it being played at a real fast pace as Lucy Murray does get back onto her feet. We'll just see how she's picked up that knock.
Yeah, to be fair, she's there every time.
Still talking away to the physio, so we'll just wait and see if she can continue. Suggests the fact that she's still out there suggests that she probably will.
Sorry, can I just have a drink? I didn't want to interrupt her because she's injured. Thank you. Can't take it off an injured player.
And it looks like she is going to continue,
Lucy
so
stayed on, by the
good
way.
news for Leeds and Lucy Murray. And they'll get the penalty as well here, so an opportunity to try and march themselves downfield, have another crack at this so far
Where's
impenetrable
Lucy, are you
Wigan
okay?
defensive line.
Side tackle. What did you say? High tackle. Touch, I'm guessing, Mel. Thank you.
So Howard will get us back underway. Not really gone too far in terms of distance, that kick, but it has found touch, so
I started it. To be fair.
Leeds will get the ball back.
On
Quite
your
a
foot.
strong breeze blowing around Robin Park this afternoon.
One.
Great defensive
Two
effort
now. Hold it,
from
Meg.
Wigan there.
Meg, hold,
Shut down
hold.
any metres that
Go
may have
on,
been
good
on
work,
offer.
Meg. That's good, just keep
Here's
talking
Glynn.
to me.
She's stopped as well. Another bell ringer.
Hold,
Mia Jane
hold.
Atherton
Go
getting
to,
stuck
good,
in off
Meg.
the bench for the Warriors.
Fine. Three.
Leads up over the 40.
Where?
But again, we see
Yeah,
this Wigan defensive machine in
Okay, Patter's back, okay.
full flight. Dainton has to just check back and takes on Anna Davies. Fascinating little one-on-one between those two.
Hold, find space. Go for.
England versus
That's
Wales
it,
on this
ball every
near
time.
edge. And now Northrop
5.
will do the hard work in the middle.
Tackle.
This is
Find
the
space,
last.
you're
Leeds
chopping
with
it
another
there.
attacking opportunity to try and put a
Last.
kick in. Howard. A little bit wayward, that one. And all the power spilt it.
It's a knock on. It's out of the in goal. Leeds
So it
scrum
will be
on
Leeds
the
ball
10.
again, right on the Wigan
It's
line.
out of the
And
in goal. Where's Mel?
well, we
Oh,
saw the
sorry,
Warriors
Mel,
benefit
Mel.
from one of these right at the start of the game. Courtney, what an opportunity this is for the Rhinos.
Yeah, it was, and the kick was just a fraction too big,
ball.
wasn't it? And all she had to do, she positioned herself beautifully in the in goal, Tiana Power, but unfortunately just spilt the crumbs
Barra.
out in front, managed to bring it back
Oh, go
in,
foot on the line,
and
Meg.
save the
Good
try
kick. That's the ball.
from the oncoming
Out.
blue and amber. Instead, they'll get a scrum.
So maybe their best opportunity. Instead into the line.
Still going.
Well, Wilson and Davies have done well. They've done really well. And he goes begging for Leeds. Maybe just overplaying a little bit on the first play from the scrum, but that centre wing partnership of Wilson and Davies doing really well to force Stead out into touch.
Yeah, and almost 25 minutes into the game, 10-0 down, and they've had so many opportunities down this end of the park. And it was Howard that hit Stead, and in the previous weeks we've seen Stead score multiple tries just getting on the outside, but it was Davis and Wilson that did a brilliant job in their contact. Dragged her over the side. Brilliant defence from the Wigan Warriors.
Well, she scored a hat-trick here live on the Sportsman last week. Did Stead. She's the joint top scorer in the Betfred Women's Super League with 12 alongside Eva Hunter, who has the ball in her hands now. She was unable to add to that tally there. In no short parts, a brilliant defence from the Wigan Warriors, who know now with this 10-point lead. Of course, it's not unassailable, but does give them an element of control as they make some progress up this right-hand side. Wilson's done really well there, caught that ball way behind her, kind of used her back to keep control of it. So we can keep hold of possession. Rowe puts that one into the clouds, spinning around all over the place. Really well dealt with. Sophie Nuttall.
Hold here. Hold. Go one.
Fantastic effort from her under a really tricky kick. And now Greenan, she's a neck fight at Wigan Wall.
Release now. Hold. Hold. Go two.
And Dainton again looks to try and march her team upfield. We saw how busy she likes to be last week, always wanted to get ball in hand. Oh, huge shot goes in.
Hold.
Megan Williams with an absolute bell ringer.
5. It
just feels like the intensity of this game has gone up another notch in the last few minutes.
Yeah, it really has, and defensive efforts like that really lift your team. We see that shot from Williams. As Power returns it. Met in the middle.
She's forced back though. So Leeds showing that they're up for this in the middle as well. Fascinating battle playing out in front of us. Davies comes off her wing to get involved.
Hold. Hold. Go two. She's good.
Such a benefit, isn't it, when you can bring players like Anna Davies and Tiana Power off the wing to help the forwards out.
Yeah, definitely. And the forwards have been working hard, so it's nice to see the backs get their hands on the ball and just give them that little kick forward in the first couple. So we see them push up towards the halfway line.
So Rowe brings us out to the left-hand side.
5. Move now,
last. Focused to try and
last tackle.
Flat ball.
You're holding her, last.
Right in the defensive line. No progress made. Fobuster now puts boot to ball, looks to try and split winger and fullback, but it's Whitehead who just drifts across and brings that in without any kind of drama. She stopped just over the 30-metre.
Oh dear.
And we're back into that kind of arm wrestle feel to this game that we've seen for large parts of this first half.
Now! Hold this 10, hold! Hold! Go 2. Meg's gone off as well.
Leads up towards halfway. Connie Boyd onto the field. Just opened up in front of her a little bit. As Lois Fussell makes use of her bench.
Move! Hold. Hold, go 4.
Now they come out to the left-hand side. Howard looked to give the ball out to Lucy Murray, but then just pulled it back in and tried to go through the gap herself. This is Frankie Blakey at dummy half, who's just come onto the field of play.
Is it last? Big turnover.
But an error at the play ball means that it will be a turnover on the last tackle.
Simple as that.
Yeah, Mel Howard trying to argue here that
stay there, Izzy, please.
Was Remy Wilton was
tricky
in
one,
the ruck,
isn't it?
But she can't dissolve.
No, I'm not sure what Wilson is supposed to do there, really.
Yeah, good. Thank you.
It looks like that will be Wilton's last involvement for a while. She's just headed over towards the bench. And we can roll forward. Harris Marsh on in her place. Up over halfway come the Warriors.
2.
Here Jane Atherton with another strong carry.
10 leads. Go 2.
Now they come out to the left-hand side. Fobister steps back in. Kaya Glynn does well to just
3.
shut her down, but decent meters being made here by the Warriors.
Go 3.
Rowe. Show, go, short ball to Atherton up over the 20.
Hands off the ball. Hold. Go 4.
She'll play it pretty much dead centre. Rowe again, he's the first receiver on the right-hand side. Banks. Wilson back inside to Davies. Davies back to Banks. Banks has got some space to work with. Can't quite
Hold your line, Leeds.
slip through the gap.
Go last. Okay,
Wigan
caught
getting
it.
closer. Fobister
Still 5.
out to Hunter. Short ball from Hunter, and Molly Jones goes over on the left-hand side. And after absorbing some real pressure from Leeds, Wigan get their third try of the match through Molly Jones.
Well, they've earned it. They've been patient. They've backed themselves defensively, set after set, quite often on their own line. And they really haven't seen too much territory down this end of the field. But when it counts, it matters, and they put points on the board. Opt to go through the hands. I knew that Kaya Glynn had made the tackle in the previous set. Now a little bit short out on that right-hand defensive side. And Molly Jones, she's no stranger to the try line. She grabs her first of the day.
Yeah, another player having a real breakout season for the Warriors. Another academy product. Plenty of them in this Wigan side. I know it's a thing that they're really proud of here.
Thank you.
And she has pushed her team out to a 14 points to nil lead, which could well become 16 via the boot of Izzy Rowe. Wigan have never beaten Leeds at home. As the kick is just pushed wide of the sticks. But they are well on their way to fixing that record here. 14 points to nil up after 31 minutes. It's not a scoreboard that reflects what this game has been like at all.
No, it doesn't. If you certainly did a heat map of where the balls have lied. Leeds Rhinos have certainly had their opportunities inside 20, just haven't been able to capitalise and come out the other side with points. And that's where it, across games like this can really hurt sometimes. But Wigan Warriors, they've been up to the defensive challenge, and they get their reward for that.
Well, about 8 minutes to go in this first half. We've seen plenty of 14-point leads disappear pretty quickly before, but just feels like points before half-time would be very, very significant for either side in this game now.
Yeah, absolutely. Leeds Rhinos need to be next to score, and if you have a look at their 2 results earlier this year, the Leeds Rhinos have never scored more than 14. So if they are to come back from this deficit, it's going to need to be as many as they've scored against the Warriors so far in 25.
4. Hold. Go 4.
So Wigan on the front foot. Again, out they come to the left-hand side. Oh, Hunter hits that ball at pace.
5.
Frankie Blakey does really well to just close the lasso around her ankles and stop her, because when she gets into full flight, she's dangerous, but so is this player. Atherton, what an effort that is. Bumper cars to get herself free, and then all speed to fly over the line. And just as we were talking about how important points would be before half-time, it is Wigan who get 4 more on the board.
Well, Atherton, she's been so impressive for Dennis Betts off the bench here today. And not just today, multiple games this year. She adds a real impact for them, as we see the energy that she hits the ball. As they turn it back inside, Treva Hunter hits that break. And the quick play the ball back through the middle was all just too much for the Leeds Rhinos to hang on to.
What is that?
And Atherton, well, she put some defensive shots on when she first came on. But she gets herself a 4-pointer for her efforts, and this is all part of the system Dennis Betts spoke about and the reward for their academy players coming through. Just another example of that.
This is where they seem so dangerous, because they've scored these tries in kind of bursts, haven't they? Not had, loads of back-to-back chances, but when they have presented themselves, they've been pretty ruthless. And Rowe makes no mistake on that occasion, so the lead is extended out to 20 points to 0. And all of a sudden, it is a steep hill in front of the Leeds Rhinos. We'll see it again. She comes onto that ball at such speed, Atherton bumps the defender off, and just momentum carries her over the line.
An incredible physical presence for them through the middle of the field. And this year, compared to so many years prior, I think the Wigan Warriors have got probably the most physically fit, robust, mobile pack for quite a few years, and they're doing some damage.
Well, she only made her debut this season, Mia Jane Atherton, but you can certainly see why Dennis Betts is giving her an opportunity in the first team.
You've lost that into the ground, knock on.
And an error from Wigan, so Leeds with another opportunity to try and just stem the tide.
It's Frankie Blakey and Jess Sharp, I think, recent recruit from the York Valkyrie. You can't miss Frankie Blakey in that headgear, can you? It was great contact around the ball from Blakey.
Glow in the dark, that headgear, isn't it? She's a product of the Leeds Academy, Frankie Blakey. She brings the ball out to the left-hand side. Oh, this is good. Jenna Greening just finding a little bit of space. Eventually she is stopped. Blakey in again at dummy half. Brings us to Sharp on the left-hand side. The Leeds interchanges, just trying to inject some energy into the side. Here's Howard, short ball from her to Donnelly up over the 10 metres. Takes 4 Wigan defenders in the end to stop her.
Hold.
She'll play the ball to Blakey, who will go herself on the left-hand side, and Leeds score! Lucy Murray from short range, but that was brilliant from Frankie Blakey. Caught everyone napping on the right-hand side, came to the left of the ruck, and Lucy Murray right on her shoulder to get Leeds on the board and some much needed points for the Rhinos.
Well, they had to be next to score, didn't they? 20 points to 0 down. They really required some points next to their name, and brilliant work from Frankie Blakey. And I did wonder, looking at that short side, whether it was Dainton or whether it was Murray, if they could get themselves one-on-one with Georgia Wilson. Probably come up with some joy. We know how physical both of those are.
Just that little bit of misdirection, wasn't it, from Blakey that caused a split second of indecision in the Wigan defensive line. And for the first time this afternoon, Wigan blink. Leeds have their first points. Still a long way to go, but it's a start for the Rhinos, and Howard can nudge them slightly closer here with the conversion. Strikes it well, looks good from our angle, looks good from the touch judge's angle as well. In fact, the referee has blown for half-time as well. Our clock on the screen, just the guide, so the referee's watch says that that is it for the first 40 minutes here at Robin Park Arena. For 39 of those minutes, it has been Wigan's afternoon. But Lucy Murray's try just before the break gives Leeds some hope at half-time.
Yeah, it does. And 20 points to 6, we said earlier, Leeds Rhinos have never scored this season more than 14 points on them. And they're going to need every single one of those to come back and grab the 2 points away here at Robin Park. The Warriors, they're first in the sheds, connected, and they'll come out here fierce to defend that 14-point lead.
So 40 minutes gone here at Robin Park Arena. It is the league leaders, the Challenge Cup winners, the Wigan Warriors, who take the lead into the break. 20 points to 6. Leeds on the board right at the end there. But it's the Warriors in control at the break, and we can take ourselves back to how they got themselves into that position. This scrum from the first kickoff. Tiana Power scoring on the left-hand side. And it's just good work through the hands, isn't it, this?
Yeah, it is. That's the massive strength of the Wigan Warriors, their ability and their skill to go lateral. And when they're inside 20, they're an incredible threat and such an invitation off the first play of the game.
Just a couple of minutes later.
Yeah, whatever.
At this point, it was the Powers who were.
Whatever little sister can do, big sister can as well, as she busts through. 70 metres she ran. Hardly a hand laid on her once she broke through the line. She had a little celebration as she dove in and extended their lead out to 10-0. You see here, and that's been a bit of a theme for the Leeds Rhinos, that disconnect on their right-hand edge defensively. And the Central North Queensland girls, the sisters, they go in to celebrate, to get the Wigan Warriors party started here at Robin Park.
Well, what followed was a period that saw a lot of Leeds on top but not coming away with any points, and then as soon as Wigan were invited back down the other end, they come up with this, and again it's just that handling on that left-hand edge, and Molly Jones the benefactor on this occasion.
Yeah, Molly Jones, a brilliant physical centre, and we said it multiple times during play, this was just reward for incredible defensive efforts both on the line and through the middle. They had to work hard for their field position, and here this was the 4th try of the first half through Atherton, who was incredible off the bench, and she deserved this one. Absolutely just bumped off. I think it was Connie Boyd, left her in her wake and put them over.
Yeah, straight over the top, and then at that point it looked like Wigan were in complete control, but this try could be significant just before half-time. Really good work from Frankie Blakey to just put a little bit of confusion into the Wigan defence, and Lucy Murray scores in the corner.
Well, very significant, because by our clock it was 5 or 6 minutes to go. But by the referee, there must have only been about 60 seconds on the clock, and Lucy Murray, well, she snags one here and converted as well by Mel Howard. And every point, every conversion is going to be absolutely crucial here this afternoon.
So 40 more minutes on the way. Stay with us. And of course, plenty of rugby league still to be played here on the Sportsman across this season. And we are building up to what will be an incredible series at the end of the year. The Aussies are in town.
Martin, what's today been all about?
Today is about publicising and drawing attention to what's happening at the stadium behind me on the 25th of October. The first Ashes test. The Ashes are back in Britain for the first time in a long time, and yeah, it's a great opportunity for Sean Wayne and the English team to right some wrongs and to get one over on the Aussies.
And how big this Ashes series be for rugby league?
I think it's massive. It's a great opportunity to get rugby league back on the back pages, back in the psyche of the British sporting public, and it's a chance for some of the current team to write their legacy and create memories for themselves and the British public.
This Australian side are the best in the world, aren't they?
Yes, Sean Wayne and the English team, they've won Test series against Tonga, against Samoa, both teams laden with NRL players, but we know it's the big one to play against Australia at Wembley. Nothing gets bigger than that for a rugby league player.
Of course, you've played the Australians here as well. You know what it's all about, don't you?
Yeah, I've played against the Australians here. I've won against the Australians. I've created my legacy at this stadium, but it's a chance for another generation to write their legacy and to put themselves in the hearts of the British sporting public. We've got the likes of Junior December, Jack Wellesby, and many others who have got an opportunity here to create a legacy.
George, I bet you never thought you'd kick a ball here at Tower Bridge.
No, I didn't. It's brilliant actually. I can't believe how busy it is. I know London's known for being busy, but so many people down here, a couple of schools down here, so trying to get amongst it, trying to grow the game and the 100 days from the Ashes.
That's what it's all about, isn't it? Look, we love rugby league, but we're bringing the game to London, aren't we?
Yeah, that's what I think we're striving to do. We want to tap into new areas, get new generations involved, and I think that's what we're trying to do today. We're down in London. We've done a couple of tours so far. I'm enjoying it. I feel like a little bit of a tourist. But no, it's been good so far, and that's what we're trying to do.
And it's a long time since we've had a series against the Aussies, isn't it?
It's brilliant. I was a kid last time it happened. Showing my age a little bit there. But yeah, I'm 39. It's never been done for a long time, for 20 odd years. So some of those plays we're really looking forward to. We know it don't come around often. Hopefully we can replicate it a little bit more. But we're playing against the best nation in the world, and they have been for a long time.
And how proud are you going to be walking out that first test at Wembley as well?
It'll be brilliant. It'll be a proud day for myself, my family, and for the group of players. Like I say, we know it's not been common, so whoever's in that shirt have got to make the most of it. I always say playing for England is the pinnacle, but what you just named there, playing against Australia at Wembley, I think that's the pinnacle. That's the top of the top, and if that doesn't get you up for it, then we're in the wrong job.
What are we doing today?
We are celebrating 100 days until the first Ashes Rugby League test between Australia and England. First one for 22 years. So this is kind of big and exciting.
And how big is it for you? Obviously the president of the RFL, but obviously a very proud Aussie as well.
Oh, it's huge. Like, I love rugby league. That's the sport I grew up playing and watching. And Australia v England, in anything, it doesn't matter what the sport is. If it was tiddlywinks, it'd still kick off. So the only way I've tried to describe it to people, do you remember in the last Ashes cricket series when it all kicked off over a stumping fiasco, and I was at Lord's that day and it was hostile. There was like 40,000 English fans just baying for blood. Imagine that, but the people on the pitch are allowed to tackle each other. That's basically what this series is going to be.
And this series is going to start. We're at an iconic place here, obviously at Tower Bridge, but it starts at the iconic stadium of Wembley.
I'm so hoping that London gets behind this, because I've got so many friends, so many London friends, who don't really know what rugby league is. They think they do, and I know as soon as they see it, they're going to be blown away, especially when you take it up a notch because it's Ashes, it's Australia v England. So London is the perfect place for it all to kick off, and I really hope London gets behind it, because I think they could make it something really special.
So welcome back to Robin Park Arena. 40 minutes gone in this Betfred Women's Super League clash between the Wigan Warriors and the Leeds Rhinos, and it is the Warriors in control at the break, courtesy of tries from the Power Sisters. Tiana and Shania opening the scoring. Molly Jones and Mia Jane Atherton adding to the total before Lucy Murray struck back for the Rhinos right on the stroke of half-time. A 14-point deficit probably doesn't tell the story of how close this game has been, Courtney.
No, it really doesn't. We know Wigan, they came out of the blocks firing, and they had 10 points on the scoreboard within 10 minutes. That was the first one there to Tiana Power, and that was literally within the first minute of the game after an error off the kickoff. Then the Leeds Rhinos, well, they fought back, but they just weren't able to put any points on the board. So many tackles inside the 20, and it was only for Lucy Murray that they put themselves in the look. And it was big sister here, Shania Power, through the middle. We know how dangerous and such a threat she is, and what a signing both of those have been for the Wigan Warriors in 2025. Will we hang on to them for another season next year? You'd love to think so, because they've provided so much entertainment. It was right.
Great step as well, isn't it?
Yeah, you know, and that's what you got to love about forwards who are mobile, good footwork at the line as well. And to be honest, it's not just Shania Power, but multiple of the Wigan Warriors have just torn the Leeds Rhinos' right-hand defensive edge apart. So we see there another example. So it was Molly Jones went in for her first of the afternoon. Great hands from Fubista down by her ankles to keep that ball in play. Molly Jones, well, she's having another great season, another product of the academy system, the DICE program. And it's great to see our youngsters come through into the Women's Super League and not just participate, not just compete, but dominate and thrive, as we see another one in Atherton. And this was the 4th try for the Warriors. And Rowe, 2 from 4 goals for her. She converted that one. And at that point in time, it was 20-0 and looking very comfortable. Frankie Blakey off the bench for Lois Forsell. Great vision to hit Lucy Murray down the short side. Engaged Wilson, and all too much to do for Davis. And at 20 points to 6, the Warriors, it's in their hands. As we see the Leeds Rhinos return out on pitch for the second half at Robin Park.
Yeah, 40 more minutes on the way to settle this one. We have a little bit of a habit of bringing you a draw from the Betfred Women's Super League here on the Sportsman. It happened last time we were here at Robin Park, so you never know. Leeds could just come up with something special in this second 40, or the Wigan Warriors will continue to show the dominance as we see the 2 head coaches just having a chat as they walk out. I wonder what's being said, maybe just trying to read each other's notes.
Don't see that often, do you? Head coaches in conversation mid-game as they stroll out together.
But it all looks reasonably friendly, doesn't it, at the moment?
Of course it is, of course it is.
And Wigan back out onto the field as well. The noise of what is another really strong crowd for a women's game here at Robin Park. Packed into this stand on just near side where we're bringing you the commentary from. They'll be pleased with what they've seen so far in this game, because the Wigan Warriors are 20 points to 6 ahead. Will they continue along that track in this second half, or did the Leeds fight back start with that Lucy Murray try right on the stroke of half-time? Ebony said, ready and waiting to get us back underway. Brandon Worsley starts his watch again. So here we go. The second half here at Robin Park Arena. Wigan will get first taste of the football, but they spill it straight away.
It's deja vu.
Yeah, it's almost a carbon copy, isn't it, of how we started the first half. Jenna Fobister with the error on that occasion. We asked the question, if the fight back had started, if Leeds score here, it really is on.
Well, it is. It's an identical carbon copy almost. The 2 number 6s for their team off the kick-off. It proved costly in the first half. And Wigan went in for their first try. Will it be the same for the Leeds Rhinos?
So here's Howard, just brings it up to the line herself. Maybe thought she saw half a gap to try and go through. Does make some decent progress. Blakey in a dummy half, and then it's Leeds who come out with the error, so they can't take advantage of the platform. Big sigh of relief from Jenna Fobister and the Wigan Warriors.
Yeah, absolutely. After you make an error like that, so close to your line, you do breathe a sigh of relief. And it was Donnelly who put that one down off the pass of Blakey.
Don't let your hand drop.
And another opportunity inside 20 that goes begging for the Rhinos.
Right, good ball in. Out!
So they come out to the right-hand side. Here comes Georgia Wilson, who's found a gap. Still going, Wilson. Still going. Up over the 30. So straight away, Wigan able to clear their lines. Play one of that set. Anna Davies now. Next cab off the rank, and she's up over the 40. That right edge making themselves busy for Wigan. Now they come to the left-hand side. Approaching halfway. Immediately getting themselves up into Leeds real estate. Banks just running out of space on that left-hand side. She's been slightly quiet by her usual standards, Grace Banks. We'll see if she grows into this second half a bit more. Fobister, Atherton, who May just have a couple of extra players marking her now after that try in the first half.
16. Last is it.
Rowe. Kick goes up into the air. And will just bounce into touch. She spotted that Olivia Whitehead had dropped back for Leeds and just tried to drop it into the hands of Anna Davies, but just bounces harmlessly into touch. Leeds will get the ball back on their own 20-metre line.
Yeah, a bit of a no-man's land kick there from Rowe. As it found grass and then found touch. So we see Kaya Glynn centre field. Getting some treatment from the physio.
She's up.
You mentioned Grace Banks there, a big player. You mentioned how quiet she's been. Two reasons.
Good to go. When you're ready, Mel.
Obviously, the kicking game of the Rhinos, they've been really trying to avoid her at the back. They know how much of a threat she is in her returns. And then also, Wigan really haven't had a lot of ball inside 20 when she comes to life out the back of her halves. So we see a little bit more of her in the second half.
Hold. Go 2.
So Leeds trying to get themselves on the front foot. That Wigan wall of defence standing firm again. Blakey will play the ball to Dainton, who brings us out to the right-hand side. Just sharp will carry up towards halfway. Some decent needs made by her there. So Blakey now brings us out to the right-hand side. Ella Donnelly with the next carry. She's met by 3 Wigan defenders. This is the last, so the kick will come from inside Wigan territory, but it's going to be more of a game management kick, you would think, than any kind of attacking threat, and Banks is pretty safe underneath it, and now she will look to try and get herself away. Pretty much the first time she's had one of those to come straight onto this afternoon.
Hold. Go 1.
When you look at the footwork there from Banks, she evaded 2 or 3 before Lucy Murray made contact. And that's why the kicks have tended to avoid her this afternoon.
She's one of those players, isn't she? You can just feel everyone get onto the edge of their seat a little bit when she gets ball in hand. Absolutely electric. Player of the match in that Betfred Challenge Cup final at Wembley a couple of months ago. And yet another player off the production line here at Wigan. Focused her out to Rowe. Rowe's got numbers stacked to that right-hand side. One of them is Grace Banks, who has Georgia Wilson on her shoulder, who gets the offload away to Anna Davies. This right-hand edge for Wigan just growing into this game more and more in the second half. It was all about the left edge in the first period. Rowe puts the kick up into the air. And it's taken well. But again, Wigan just trying to shepherd Sophie Nuttall towards the sideline. She does well to stay in the field of play.
Well, for a moment there, the oncoming kick chase, I thought for a second they were going to pick Nuttall up and drag her into touch, but she gets down and finds the grass. We see Dainton. She's been busy. Plenty of carries for her this afternoon. Big 80-minute player.
Hold. Go 4. 4, Mel. 40.
So the kick comes in from Howard inside the 40. Doesn't quite kick on to be any kind of a threat for a 40-20, but Howard was under real pressure there from Greening. I think she maybe thought she had a little bit more time than she did, but eventually does secure the ball, and Molly Jones sets off.
That kick there came early from Mel Howard. And she positioned herself perfectly inside the 40, just didn't get the roll onto the ball, but you mentioned there's a bit of a breeze, and it's hard to tell which way it's going at the moment. I just wonder if that'll be a tactic for the Leeds Rhinos this half.
Yeah, I've been trying to look at the trees on that far side, not giving much away, as Anna Davies makes some good progress.
5 space. Go 4. Good talk.
Now Wigan look towards the other edge. Here's Hunter out to Power, who doesn't have a huge amount of room to work with, so she has to step back onto the inside. Leeds again trying to bring her towards this near touch line. She does well to keep in the field of play. This is the last, so it will come out to Fobuster, who puts a cross-field kick in. That's going to bounce on. Whitehead's done well. Could have some space here. Whitehead, can she beat Davies? She's done well. The England international in defence there. In fact, it was Georgia Wilson who managed to shut that down. Bethan Dayton now looking to try and find some space on that left-hand side. She's eventually stopped just a couple of metres in field.
Go 2, that's good. You're out then, Georgia.
Here's Lucy Murray, loses solo try scorer in this game so far. She's forced back. Great defensive effort from the Warriors. This is where they've been so good, not just this afternoon, but across this season. Briar will just give herself up after trying to clean a loose pass up.
Go 4.
Blakey brings us out to the right-hand side.
5.
To Sharp.
Last tally.
He's had some useful carries for the Rhinos since coming off the bench.
Okay, just get a hand on that.
This is the last. Briar puts boot to ball, looks to try and split Banks and Power. It just takes a few bounces before Banks can get onto it, but now here she goes. Grace Banks finds some space. Dainton does well to wrap her up. But we're just starting to get a few little glimpses of what Grace Banks can do in broken play.
Yeah, we love seeing Grace Banks return the ball with space. The kick chase was a little bit disjointed, but the shoulder of Bethan Dainton soon stopped her. But the Wigan Warriors, we're starting to see what the Leeds Rhinos had in the first half in that set. Started by Georgia Wilson, and they're straight into good ball territory here.
4.
So Focus that just keeps hold of it herself up towards the 30-metre mark. She'll play the ball to Caris March. Oh, now here they go again. Atherton to Hunter. Can Hunter stay on her feet? She can. Can she force her way over? Oh, I think that's a fantastic finish if she stayed in the field of play.
I'm okay with that.
The touchdown says that she has. Eva Hunter is in for her 13th try of this Betfred Women's Super League campaign. And what an effort that was to bump off a couple of defenders, stay in the field of play and finish things off, and Wigan stretch their lead out.
Well, it's a brilliant ball turned back on the inside to Atherton, then in the arms of Hunter, who shrugs off Ebony Stead. Sophie Nuttall can do nothing about it, and she tiptoes that line so elegantly and finds herself right in the corner.
So much strength on display here to not be taken into touch. Bumps Stead off, and then still some finishing to be done here.
Well, for a second I thought she'd bomb the try, carrying the ball, you know, tucked up under that wing. I thought if she got it into 2 hands, Power was a sure bet in the corner.
I'm not going to hit any left behind.
But step aside, she'll do it herself. How often do we see second rower score right against the post over in the corner?
She's having a wonderful season, Eva Hunter. Still plenty of rugby league to be played, of course, but you would suspect that her name will be right in the mix when we get to the end of the season and start talking about the Woman of Steel shortlist. A real standout for this Wigan side. Their Young Player of the Year in 2023. Isabel Rowe steps up, strikes it well. It just faded away to the right-hand side.
You can see the breeze there, just got a hold of that. She did draw it, but a little bit of assistance as we see Atherton. Another one of those dangerous carries.
Keep working with me on the 10.
You see Hunter there, push Molly Jones, get out of the road. I want one myself. You've already got one. I'll join you on the try scorers list this afternoon. A very impressive forward who I just absolutely love watching week on week.
Stay behind the towel. On you, Ebony.
Well, it's 3 tries for the left edge. Couple for the forwards.
Play on. Surrender!
And Wigan well on top now in this game.
Well, it's another try down the left-hand side for Wigan. Leeds Rhinos saw it open up constantly. Expect a few more and a little bit more traffic to head down the edge of greening. Tally Brier, who's played a lot on the wing this year, finds herself in the halves.
Rowe brings us back into the centre. Another really strong carry from Atherton, who's had an enormous game off the bench for Wigan. Oh, and that ball just goes to ground.
Knock on. Middle.
It was Jay Gregory Hazelden unable to just keep hold of it on that occasion.
Well, and late in the set, doesn't give her team a chance for that kick downfield. So we see the error there, fumbled forward. It'll be a Leeds Rhinos scrum.
Wait, Tyler. Right, yeah, good to go, Tyler. Ball in. Out!
So Ruby Bruce back onto the field for the Rhinos.
1.
Frankie Blakey can be quietly pleased with her afternoon's work off the bench. I think she's got her team moving forward. Obviously, a big hand in the try just before half time. But
make the 10, hold!
Ruby Bruce comes back to the fray with a lot of work to do if Leeds are to pull off what would be a remarkable comeback at this point, as Ella Donnelly brings on towards the 30-metre mark. Bruce in at dummy half. Out to the left-hand side. Howard will bring it up towards the line. Thought about the pass, keeps it herself. Up towards the 20. Still tackles in hand for Leeds here, so an opportunity to try and get something done on this set. Glynn looks to go up the middle. Atherton is there, and then the ball goes to the ground. It was all just a little bit clunky from Leeds.
Georgia?
Yeah, it was, and just when they start to get themselves back into a chance to perhaps try and get points on the board or a repeat set, hand the ball straight back over, and it was Glynn. I'm not sure that Ruby Bruce expected that.
3, 4, 6. Right, head in, Ebony. Right,
so Wigan with the scrum, deep inside their own half. Banks wrapping around the back, picks it up, gives it to Jones. Jones up over the 20.
Move! Hold! Go on.
Wigan making use of those threats all over the park. Here goes Hunter again.
2 meters!
She runs and carries with so much energy, doesn't she? Spotter coming from a mile off, but stopping her is a whole different issue. As Leeds found out just a few minutes ago. Wigan again on the front foot, up over towards halfway now.
4. Me now! Hold left edge, hold! Go 4, good.
Left they come, Phobos they're up to the line. Short ball to Hunter. Greening had come flying up, but the Leeds teammates doing enough to just close the gap behind her. Phobos now boots a ball. Spinning around all over the place. Tricky one for Whitehead, but she's done really well. And she has done all afternoon under those kicks.
Go 1, yeah, step forward.
Dainton.
2.
Up towards the 30-metre mark.
Hold. Go 2.
See that take again from Olivia Whitehead. Now nearly opened up in front of Ebony Stead up the middle there. Still going, gets a good play the ball as well. So that's a platform for Ruby Bruce to get on her bike and then move things out to Mel Howard. Good play that from Leeds. They've made some good territory there just off that.
Go 4.
Little pivot up the middle.
5. Release!
This is the last. Expect that this one will go right up into the sky. That's where Howard puts it. Oh, and it's been dropped.
Penalty, she's offside. It's a knock on.
But we're going to come back for a penalty. Power gets away with one there, really. She spilt the ball, but there was a Leeds player within 10 metres in front of the kick, so...
Sorry.
Oh, in fact, it's going to be a Leeds penalty. Apologies.
Yeah, I was going to say, he definitely indicated with his signal there, Leeds penalty. That's twice this afternoon Power's spilt the beans.
I thought it was Nuttall that he was calling, but it was the accidental offside, if you like, picking the knock on up in front of the player. So Leeds now with as good a platform as they will ever get as Donnelly tries to force her way over. She does manage to, but she's held up over the line, so we will come back 10. Another example
on the line, sorry,
of this Wigan defence holding firm. We asked Dennis Betts about it before the game. He said it was going to be the most important factor. They have been absolutely no perfect. That is not from Lucy Murray, who leaves the ball behind.
Yeah, sorry.
And every time Leeds get themselves into scoring position, they're just struggling at the moment, aren't they, to come up with anything?
Yeah, they really are. And it was Lucy Murray coming in on a hard line. Looked like she was trying to get one-on-one with Rowe there. Instead, leaves it behind. And another opportunity for the Leeds Rhinos. 18 points in favour of Wigan. As we see Wilson charge down the right-hand side.
More good progress made up that right edge. Maybe they just feel like they need to address the balance a little bit. So many of the tries have come down the left. So here comes Davies off that edge, looking to get towards the 40 metre.
Find space, hold! Go 2. Legs
Now
back on
Wigan
as well.
on the front foot once more with Williams, who stopped 5 metres short of halfway.
Go 3. You're not square, 14. You stood to the
Now
side.
they come out to the left-hand side. Fobister
4.
thought the gap might open up in front of her there,
Go 4.
but
Good. Jesse,
Briar
you
does
got
well,
the Jesse,
assisted
you got
by
there.
Connie Boyd.
Okay.
Here goes Williams again,
5.
up over the 40.
Move now.
This is the last.
Hold.
Dead centre, so look for where Isabel Rowe is. She's on the right, high into the air, spiralling kick. Really well taken by Sophie Nuttall. He runs straight into Georgia Wilson.
Go on.
And Leeds with ball in hand,
2.
but the full length of the field pretty much in front of them
With me,
to
Meg.
try and
Hold.
get themselves
Go,
down.
2.
He's Greening.
Okay,
Gets the
so
offload
2.
away, so
2 tally.
Leeds still moving forward. Sally Briar
Surrender.
eventually
Stand.
brought down.
Go 3.
Bruce in at dummy half. Mel Howard. Short ball from
4.
her to Grace Short, who's up over halfway.
10. Hold. Go 4. 4 Mel.
Bruce looks right, but then goes left. Howard will put the kick in behind Anna Davies. Manages to turn Davies and Banks around. That's a really good kick
Surrender.
from Mel Howard, and
Stand
Grace
Lucy.
Banks just has to give herself
Hold.
up. But Howard's kicking
Go
game
on.
has been very, very clever. One of the bright spots for Leeds.
Well, again, another kick on 4th. Brilliantly weighted and
Hold.
positioned kick down into
Go
that
2.
corner. Got the bounce. On the 3rd tackle, we see there
Penalty.
Kaya Glenn goes in with a little bit of
I've got
extra
just a penalty.
enthusiasm. Wilson gets up with a smile on her face, which is good to see. She's
Yeah,
okay.
wait a sec.
But again, all the
Right,
hard
tackle,
work
penalty.
done there by the Leeds Rhinos comes undone. She gets her flush, did
Halfway
Glenn.
Where
Yeah, I think you summed it up perfectly. Too much enthusiasm, just trying to do a little bit too much, I think, there,
On
Glenn.
your foot, please.
Trying to force an
On your
error
foot.
for her side in Wigan territory, but it is Wigan who have the ball back,
One.
courtesy of that penalty.
Move. Hold here.
They're up
Hold.
towards the 30
Hold,
straight
21.
away.
Go 1.
Power. She'll carry up, make 10 metres for a treble,
Move
up over the
now.
40.
Make the 10. Hold.
Options on both
Go
sides
2.
of the ruck.
Okay.
Left-hand side is the way that they come. Focus to his Hunter again.
3. Move.
Crashes
Hold.
into the defensive line,
Hold.
eventually brought down. And now they go short side. Focus to short ball to Banks. Banks is through a hole. Banks versus Stead. Banks wins. Grace Banks scores for Wigan. Beautifully worked move on the left-hand side. They came to the short edge, worked it back in, and Grace Banks flies through the line and beats the fullback to score.
Well, I tell you what Grace Banks doesn't need, and that's a lot of space. She's small in stature, but big in skill and, of course, speed, which we saw there. And it was brilliant. Fubista, again, picking on the right-hand defensive edge. And let me tell you, Ebony Stead, she sure doesn't lack any space. And Grace Banks makes light work of her at the back. And we'd said she'd been fairly quiet in that first half. Well, here she is. She's certainly on the pitch. Brilliant work from Fubista. And Banks easily off the left foot and scores straight under the sticks.
Well, if there's one player that you wouldn't want to be in a one-on-one situation with defensively, then Grace Banks is at the top of that list. Lightning speed to get her away from Stead, who, as you rightly say, Courtney is no slouch herself. Isabel Rowe knocks the points over, and Wigan are starting to enjoy themselves here at Robin Park.
Well, with 19 minutes left on the clock, Wigan certainly aren't putting their cue in the rack. They want more points. We know that that is such a strength of them. They love to throw the ball around, and they keep picking on this right-hand edge of the Leeds Rhinos.
Well, they've played 9 and a bit games this season. They have a points difference
Wait.
of 448.
Sorry.
This is a a very sharp Wigan side we are watching this afternoon. Maybe not at their best last time we had them on the Sportsman in that draw against St Helens, but all the evidence on display as to why they are top of the Betfred Women's Super League.
Tackle's complete, I've called it.
Power just
She's on you, you've hit the
fancying
ground.
a second go at that, being pulled back and the tackle's complete.
Tackle one. It's fine, just send it back.
Wigan again with ball in hand inside their own half.
Move! Up and square, hold!
Bit
hold.
of judo
Go too good.
to bring down Megan Williams there, but she gets up and plays the ball.
Three. Move!
Lois
Make
Forsell,
the 10, Mel,
we know that she spoke pre-game about going
free.
back to the process, and regardless of the scoreline this afternoon, defensively they've got to go back. You can see glimpses of it here, just trying to slow the ruck down, and control that tackle.
Oh, it's Banks again. Eventually Dayton able to just bring her in. Bethan Dayton's almost been marking Grace Banks at times. Another good take on the run from Sophie Nuttall.
Lost on contact.
But she's lost the ball in contact, so Wigan will get possession back in. Good ball.
Middle.
And with 17 minutes left on our clock, an opportunity for more points for the home side.
Yeah, and you could hear it from here, headphones on and all, maybe through the referee's mic. Into contact, you could hear the groan of Sophie Nuttall. She knew on contact the carry wasn't good enough.
Out!
So here's Banks, out to Wilson. Wilson steps into the line, eventually brought down by Dayton and Murray.
Hold! Hold!
Shape is all stacked towards this near side. Here's Power, she'll just do it herself. Still doing it herself. Good progress made there from the Wigan prop.
Hold! Hold!
Left they come again to Rowe. Rowe to Fobuster. She's got Hunter on her shoulder. Hunter wanted the ball, it didn't come.
Move now! Open square!
Marsh in at dummy half.
Go free. It's free.
Brings us out to Atherton.
Four. Move! Four.
Unable
hold
to
hold.
break her way through this time. Marsh. Fobuster. Rowe. This is Banks. Banks finds Anna Davies. The pass is slightly behind her. Still going though, the England winner.
Five. Move! Last
Eventually stopped a few metres short.
hold.
Right on
Go,
that
Ross.
far
She's
side,
okay,
so
she's okay.
full width for the field for this kick to come across if they want it to. In the end, it's just stabbed through by Rowe. Instead of being forced back here, they're looking to try and get her up over the line, but Leeds could be away.
Good work.
Really good
Okay,
offload,
that
still
one
going Leeds. Still going up the middle, Leeds. And they've turned what looked like a fairly dire situation into some really good meters there.
Two.
And they're up towards halfway already as Dayton plays the ball. Now they come out to this right-hand side. Here's Greeny. She'll just keep the ball under her arm. She'll make it up towards the 40.
Hold.
Ruby Bruce in at dummy half. Brings us out to the left-hand side.
Play on.
The offload is back to Bruce, who steps away from a few tackles, then runs into a few more.
Move and square. Hold. Go four.
Breyer at dummy half. To Howard. Howard now to Stead, who runs at Rowe and Wilson, who do a good job of stopping her in her tracks.
Five.
Up towards the 20. This is the last, so one more opportunity for Leeds to try and make something out of this set, which started right on their own goal line. But we're going to take a break just for some attention to Ebony Stead, who looks in a little bit of bother down there, but perhaps the best period of play that Leeds have had in this second half.
Yeah, it was, and it was some decent defensive scramble on their line that started it, cleaned up by Howard at the back. But there were periods in the first half when the Rhinos were looking good. You start to see evidence of it in that last set. There's some offloads coming, some second phase play off the back of it. Quick play the balls. Just need a little bit more push support at times through the middle.
Well, this is how Stead found herself in some bother. Just gets folded a little bit in that tackle. I don't think there was anything intentional in there.
No, absolutely nothing intentional, but you can see the position she gets into in that back extension with the Wigan Warrior player wedged underneath her chest and the other two across her lower back.
Are you okay, Ebony?
Never pleasant.
Take your time, we've stopped it.
Oh, just getting a little bit of treatment from physio. Back onto her feet now. Ebony Stebbs, which is good to see. Looks like she's going to continue. Which is good news, of course.
Cheers, mate, thank you.
One of the stars of this Leeds team. Excellent last week against the Huddersfield Giants. Frustrating afternoon this time around, but they've been up against a very well-oiled defensive machine coached by Dennis Betts.
Okay.
So Howard stabs a kick through on the last. Banks just lets it come to her, deals with it, stopped a few metres away from her own goal line. So Wigan will have to do this from deep. Davies, the first player to put her hand up for a carry from deep. She'll make it up towards the 15-metre mark. Decent speed on the play the ball as well. And then Marsh jumps out from dummy half and finds some space.
Make the 10. Hold.
She's up to the 30. She'll play the ball to Wilson. Power steps back on the inside, met by two Leeds defenders.
Open square. Go for.
Now we come out to the left-hand side. Here's Hunter, almost through the line.
5.
Here's the Hunter. She'll play the ball to Marsh. The kick will come in on the fifth tackle then from Fobister, who just tries to put it on. Olivia Whitehead takes it in well.
1.
Really interesting battle on that edge between Whitehead and Wilson and Davies.
As we enter the last 13 minutes, I know it was a criticism of my own in 2024. The halves of the Wigan Warriors and their game management. And with 13 minutes to go, it's a perfect opportunity for them. They're up on the scoreboard by 24. Watch how they direct their team around and the finish to the sets of their kicks.
Hold. 6 again, too slow.
6 again, so that gets Leeds moving once more.
1.
Too slow in the ruck, says the referee.
Hold. Go
Ruby Bruce
10's got to be quicker,
brings us
please.
to the left-hand side to Howard, who flicks it back on the inside.
Knock on Wigan.
Irresistible Northrop, but I think
Pass backwards by Leeds. Wigan's not the ball on.
we're going to come back possibly for a Leeds scrum here, says
Well, I think
Brandon
it was.
Worsley, our referee.
There was a Wigan hand in there as we see the push support back through the
he's got that
middle
spot
from
on.
Northrop. It was Power. And it was Shannon Brown in the background there, signalling 6 again, ref.
3, 4,
Oh,
5,
she
6.
got what she asked for.
Yeah.
So the lead scrum is taken to the left-hand side of the sticks. Here's Stead back up on her feet and running into the line again, forced back over the 30, still being forced back. Wigan's defence still bang up for this. You get the sense that they'll be annoyed that they've conceded as many as 6 in this game.
Okay.
Leeds trying to add a few more to their tally before we finish up here.
Move.
Dead centre, Bruce with options, left and right. Comes left. Howard out to Murray. The ball from Murray goes to ground. Whitehead able to just check back and clean things up.
Hold.
But Wigan's defence again has Leeds facing the wrong way. Greg Short
4.
eventually brought down 15 metres away.
Go 4.
Right hand side is where they'll come. That's where the numbers are. This is Stead into the line again to Brier. Brier just has to step back inside under close inspection from Molly Jones, who eventually shuts her down. Kick goes across from Howard. Anna Davies does well to just come through and pick that up if he's been forced back towards her own goal line.
Well, it's all too easy for the Wigan Warriors defensively at the moment. They're coming up with every answer as we see a penalty blown.
Contact's on the ball, you can't come up to the chin, it's a high tackle.
One thing that was really obvious in their previous meeting, and it's difficult, Mel Howard, probably the dominant half, you would say, between her and Tally Brier. But on that last play, just their organisation of people around them We've got Ebony Stead running in and Connie Boyd sitting out on an edge. And it's just not doing any favours for them in attack here this afternoon.
Make the 10, hold! Hold!
So Wigan back with ball in hand. Williams will come up. Makes a little half break through the line, up over the 40.
Make the 10! Lose it, hold!
Wilson back onto the field. She brings us out to the left to Fogelster, out the back to Banks. Oh, Banks finds Jones into some space, and Jones is still going. She's got support left and right. She'll come left to Power. The pass was slightly behind her.
Surrender!
So Wigan move just stopped in its tracks, but still plenty of tackles in hand to make something out of this set.
It's a surrender tackle.
Wilton wants a penalty, doesn't get one. Here's Hunter into a wall of 3 Leeds defenders.
Move! Hold!
25 metres away, Wilson. Fogelster out to Rowe. Rowe has power but decides to keep the ball in hand, out to Banks, who gives it to Wilson.
Last.
This is the last. Full width for the field. Rowe kicks cross field. It's Hunter who's going for it. Doesn't quite get there to bring the ball in, but she makes a tackle on Nuttall, which forces Leeds to play this right off their own goal line. Howard manages to get away and steal 6 or 7 extra metres. But again, Leeds look up and see the full length of the field in front of them.
Well, it's a great crossfield kick there from Izzy Rowe. It had the perfect meterage on it. It was Sophie Nuttall that was met with perfect timing from Eva Hunter.
Here's the break. It's just through the hands, isn't it? Jones gets on the outside shoulder. Finds the gap.
The Rhinos actually did really well to scramble back through Greening and Nuttall, who was first beaten. And she's the one that made the tackle, so there's certainly that defensive desire to fix their errors. A little bit of a grimace there from Captain Mel Howard.
Time on then, tackle 2. Okay, that's fine. 3.
Back of the way, that Wigan defence straight up on Leeds. You made the point before the game caught me about Leeds currently being sat in 4th place, and whoever finishes 4th will probably have to face this Wigan juggernaut in the semi-finals.
Hold!
I'm sure Lois Fussell will be making plenty of notes. There are some positives, definitely from a Leeds perspective, to take out of this game, but they just feel like quite a big gap at the moment.
Well, it does, and I mentioned pre-game, I think that battle to stay away from the 4th position on the table will be huge.
Great back spills it backwards though, says the referee.
Because for me, the way they're going, I feel like the Wigan Warriors will finish first. If you meet them in a semi, it's going to be a hell of a lot of hard work to come over the top of them.
As Leeds found out in the Betfred Challenge Cup this year.
The other thing will be if they finish in 4th, they'll know going into that game that they've lost all games to the Warriors, and mentally.
Well, now could be through here. Wigan still looking for more points in this game. That was Jones.
Move! Hold!
Power will play the ball. Wilson at dummy half brings us out to Rowe. Rowe out the back. Fogelster keeps it in her own hands on this occasion. Thinks about the offload, but doesn't go for it. Still tackles in hand, 22 metres away from the Leeds line. Wilson. Hunter, that ball just behind her. The Leeds will regain possession.
Backwards. 1. Move! Here, hold.
Remy Wilton returning to the field. Just gets that pass a fraction wrong. So we see Nuttall click herself into reverse and back herself another 5-7 metres onwards.
Hold! Go 2. Meg, I don't know how many times I have to say it.
And a penalty to Leeds for offside.
In front of me there on the go.
Mentioned Remy Wilton, one of a number of Australians in this Wigan side. An increasing trend of players coming up from down under to join the Betfred Women's Super League.
They've certainly made a difference this year, haven't they? Of course, Remy Wilton already a part of the Women's Super League. Of course, coming across from the York Valkyrie and the Power sisters.
1.
I think one of the real things about this Wigan team, and Leeds as well, but this Wigan team in particular, is that those overseas signings balanced out with so many academy graduates and players that have come right through the system. The community club's obviously working hard in the area as well to create that production line of players as Leeds get 6 more tackles. All coming a little bit late in the day for the Rhinos, but perhaps an opportunity to finish strongly here at Robin Park. Bruce out to Brier, who signed from Featherstone Rovers for this season.
Move! 20! Go to
Bruce to Brier again. Just a short ball to Brown, who tries to bump off a couple of Wigan defenders before eventually being stopped.
A little bit of a juggle in there from Brown.
Leeds come left. Howard back on the inside to Donnelly, and that's a really nicely worked try from the Leeds Rhinos, albeit just in consolation. But they finally get their attack to click.
Well, we've seen that only minutes ago, but it was back through middle of the field. It was the 5'8" in Mel Howard looking back on the inside for her forward in Izzy Northrop, who does a really good job against Banks to reach out and score. But it's all done in vain, really, when you look at that scoreboard at 30-6. The damage has already been done, and they could have really done with that in that first 20 minutes of the first half.
I could have very easily taken the ball off you. Okay, thank you.
So in similar fashion to the first 40, Leeds finishing with points. A few minutes left to play here at Robin Park as Howard goes through a kicking routine. NRLW Grand Final, you have Wales representative Mel Howard. She's had some bright moments in this game, but this Wigan defence has really stifled any kind of attacking momentum.
And the Leeds Rhinos striking versus by number 6, Mel Howard.
Meg, that was loads better.
Converts.
I even heard you telling someone else.
With ease.
Pardon? 3. Sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, today's
Meg, that's loads better.
attendance at Robin Park Arena.
We're getting to that time of the afternoon, Courtney. I have to ask you to think about your Betfred player of the match.
Tie your own girls, stay behind there. Keep working, girls.
Well, we've just had it announced in the background, Mia Atherton as the locals pick of the match. But for me, I'd probably like to have a look at Eva Hunter.
Good.
She's played big minutes. He's got herself a try. Defensively been very, very solid.
Hold. Go.
And another impressive performance here this afternoon from her. Don't disagree with the locals though. Atherton has been superb off the bench.
Where you go with Hunter?
Hunter for me.
So you Betfred player of the match here on the Sportsman Eva Hunter in the 11 jersey for Wigan, continuing her absolute stormer of a season as that ball goes to ground. Brier able to just clean up backwards, says the referee, so Leeds keep it in hand.
Go, Lash, kept a hand on the ball though.
Now it goes up into the air from Howard, and Banks just gets that one wrong. Now, well, I think Leeds have scored here in what could only be described as bizarre circumstances. They haven't scored. We're going to come back for 2 knock-ons, but Grace Banks, who has dealt with the kicking game pretty well today, just making a bit of a meal of that one.
Well, that is one thing I have seen from Grace Banks. When the ball is going end over end, she looks very comfortable. But when it torpedoes and swirls, Dainton almost got herself one there.
Stay behind her. Let's go.
Banks, under those swirling balls in these breezy conditions, does sometimes struggle. And an interesting decision to play at that ball after the referee had deemed first one not touched.
Oh, now it's Dainton. Dainton to score in the corner. She's done really well. A great finish from the Wales captain. Leeds finding some points late on in the game here at Robin Park, reducing the deficit.
Winded, Betfred.
And Bethan Dayton does well to score in the corner.
Well, we saw this in the Challenge Cup final, where the Wigan defence had done a terrific job for the most part of the game. But it was here, Bethan Dayton off the kickoff. As we see, the ball goes to ground. She's so good at that. She just shrugs people off constantly. Grace Banks can do nothing about it. She was denied a try.
What's that, sorry?
Only moments ago, she snags one straight away. But again, just like the Challenge Cup, these tries that come in late, unfortunately, will not change the outcome and the result of this game this afternoon.
But it's the 14-point barrier that you spoke about earlier broken. We're looking for reasons to be positive from a Leeds Rhinos perspective, and Mel Howard have an opportunity to add a couple more here into the red on the clock on your screen. There can't be long left on the referee's watch either. So all the points coming a little bit too late for the Leeds Rhinos. I think Howard's kick is just going to drop short. It does. And that will be that here at Robin Park. Leeds finishing strongly, but it is the Wigan Warriors who continue their unbeaten march in this Betfred Women's Super League campaign. 30 points to 16 against the Leeds Rhinos here. And despite that late flurry from the away side, Courtney never really looked in doubt, did it?
No, they didn't, and from the get-go, as we said earlier, 6 minutes, it was 10-0, and they've certainly dominated the scoreboard ever since. Leeds Rhinos, they have had their opportunities across the game, but it's becoming all too familiar, not just the Rhinos, but of so many teams up against the cherry and white. If you cannot score points, then good luck to you. When you don't take your opportunities inside 20, they do make you pay, because we know how many points they tend to have up their sleeves themselves.
So Wigan continue their red-hot run in front of a really good crowd here at Robin Park. Job done for Dennis Betts and his side. He may just have a couple of words about the defensive performance in the last 10 minutes or so of that game that allowed Leeds in twice, but as we cast our minds back 80 minutes, straight from the kick-off, an error, allowing Power to score in the corner.
Yeah, it all started pretty quickly. The Power sisters involved early. They bagged a try each themselves, one from short range. I wonder if there'll be an argument between them tonight, whose was the better try. No doubt Shania will be saying, hey, I ran 70, you only ran 10.
Yeah, there's only one winner in that one.
But at 10-0, and they put a shift on Molly Jones. She got herself one. Plenty of try scorers for the Wigan Warriors. Threat all over the park. And there she is, Atherton, the crowd's player of the afternoon. Added tremendous effort off the bench. Leeds Rhinos struck back through Lucy Murray. They were lucky not to lose her in the first half with a head injury. But again, Atherton in amongst the mix. Eva Hunter did well. She tiptoed the sideline like a tightrope. And that, when Leeds Rhinos needed to score first, Wigan, they were in the second half. Quiet first half from Banks. But you can't keep a champion down for too long. A great year she's having. And then it was a couple at the back end. Brilliant ball inside for Northrop. Got her on the points ladder. And then here Dainton was unlucky to spill it only moments before. And she gets one, Wales captain. But here this afternoon, it's Wigan 30-16 over the Leeds Rhinos. Another 2 points for them that pushes them right out to top of the ladder.
So Wigan win here at Robin Park. We've just seen her in try scoring action. We can now head pitchside to hear from our Betfred player of the match. Eva Hunter is with Paul Kidd.
Well, Eva, first of all, you've just earned yourself the player of the match there. You looked as though you really enjoyed it out there, along with all your fellow forwards.
Yeah, I don't know. It's really fun.
Well, I'm hoping, Eva, you may have a few more words for us in terms of describing that wonderful try that you scored as well.
Not really, it's an accident. It was Mia who did the try, really. She was a bit better than I was. It just fell over the line. But
it was a pretty classy accident, that, Eva. If you just hold the microphone up a little bit closer, that's absolutely brilliant. You must be really enjoying this season, the success that you've had so far at the club.
Yeah.
Eva, absolutely outstanding, a lady of many words. You've played really, really well today. Obviously, just express yourself a little bit in terms of your attacking performance, the try, your defensive performance. You must be really enjoying it.
I'm really enjoying it, but I'm only doing anything half decent because of Foob, because she's a really good half, so I can't do anything without her, so it's... There you go.
And your fellow teammates?
They're all just really good.
As we bring your head coach, Dennis, just to help you out a little bit. You can stay on camera if you like.
She's a girl of action,
Dennis
that's what she is.
She's
a girl of action. She don't give herself as much credit as she deserves. And she's right, there's girls around her that are playing very, very well, but she contributes to that week in, week out. You can see from her try scoring this year and how devastating she is when we've not got the ball, how strong she is defensively, that she's playing particularly well. And she doesn't like to give herself any credit for that, do you? No, she's for a few words. It's all right. She's good.
Eva, I can assure you, you've been absolutely outstanding. You're more than welcome to stay there and listen to head coach Dennis Betts.
She's used to listening to my voice.
Overall, Dennis, you must be.
Right, take the pressure off you. There you go.
You must be absolutely delighted there with that performance overall.
Yeah, it was. Again, you get a win on the board. I thought Leeds really came to play today. I know we've got a way of that. We can score points, and we defended really well today, but I thought the contribution of Leeds into the quality of that game was outstanding, and we have got some girls that are playing particularly well, and I thought as a unit we stuck together. Defensively we were really strong apart from the last couple of plays, which are a couple of mistakes, but overall I thought we were dominant without the ball physically, and I thought when we got opportunities we showed that we've got a lot of ability with the ball in hand.
Well, I certainly made a note of your defensive display. Certainly in that opening sort of 20-25 minutes, you did an awful lot of defending in your own half of the field.
Yeah, and we've worked, again, it doesn't look like it when you look at how many points we get and throughout the year, but like I say, we've not conceded many this year. We do work really hard at it, and I think it's the pride that the girl have got in defending their line and sticking together came through there. It was sometimes you've just got to dig in, and like I said, for 15-20 minutes there we just couldn't find that quick play of the ball. We couldn't find that set that got us relieved any kind of pressure, and that's credit to Leeds. They kept turning the ball over in a decent area and putting pressure on us, but like I said, we fronted up defensively.
And just looking a little bit off the field, you look at the Wigan public, the success that you're having with the ladies team this season. There was a wonderful crowd here for the academy game prior to this. It's really gripping the Wigan public.
Yeah, we've like I say, we play some, again, these are the kind of games we need. Like I say, we play some exciting stuff, but we need tough physical games, we need close games, we need games that the results not sure about, and then that'll bring even more fans in. But I think like Georgia Wilson, who works on trying to generate interest within the community, has done a fantastic job this year. We've contributed by having some really good solid performances and some exciting rugby league being played on the pitch, so that just makes that balance right, and I think everybody's really enjoying getting behind the girls and seeing how much quality's in these games. Like you said, there was some fantastic tries scored today, and what you don't expect is you don't expect the physicality that comes with these girls. Like you said, Eva was great with and without the ball today, but I thought Mia Atherton was a game changer in a lot of ways. She came onto the field and really started to punch some holes into the Leeds defence, but defensively she's quite scary.
And finally, Dennis, just before we let you go and get to the girls in the changing rooms, it would be fitting for you to perhaps mention a few words on former BBC colleague who had a minute's silence prior to the game for Ray French. You must have some great memories of Ray.
Yeah, what an outstanding human being. I think, like you say, you associate Ray with as being the voice of rugby league. like you say, his mannerisms, his turn of phrase were outstanding, and I had the pleasure of spending quite a lot of time with him. So sat in the gantry, but at dinners, and just to get to know him as a man. And he was a gentleman. His understanding of the game was like, you don't get it when you listen to it, because he's obviously got to play the media role, but he knew this game as well as anybody's ever known this game. And all I can say, it was my pleasure to have played a part in his life and say that he was a friend of mine.
Dennis, great words from yourself. Thanks very much for joining us. We'll bring in Lois Fussell now, losing Leeds Rhinos head coach. Lois, first of all, just sum up your sort of thoughts and emotions and feelings on that game today.
Just disappointing. Said to the girls, it's a real hard one, because I think we turn up in so many areas and we're really good in so many areas, but we're just inconsistent with it. So there's some individuals who had a real good shift and they worked really hard, and as a collective we did some nice bits as a team, but we're just inconsistent with it, and we can't start off like we started off, so it's just frustrating really, and I know the girls will be as frustrated as I am.
It was interesting following that sort of 10-0 lead that you allude to there that you gave away. You had an awful lot of ball in good ball areas, putting Wigan on the back foot in many ways, but it must have been frustrated that you didn't put points on the board with that. Yeah,
we probably just weren't clinical enough. We didn't all turn up in the right areas. I think we've got a process, and when we get that process right at the minute, we look really good, and when we come away from it, we struggle a little bit. So I think it's coming. We need to keep building. I don't like making excuses. We have a lot of inconsistency off the field in terms of late changes, injuries. So hopefully towards the back end of the year we can get a few more people, a bit more consistency, allowing to run it at training and things like that. But I just think the girl, it just shows there we've still got all the answers out there. I think like 10 points, there's 16 points in the game, and 10 points early doors. You don't give that away, and it's a total different story. So yeah, frustrating. But I think when we get it right, we're good, and when we come away from it, we struggle a little bit.
And the story of the Rhinos season so far looks as though you're sort of improving slowly but surely over the course of the season. It must be a good sign that you're sort of going toe to toe, irrespective of the scoreline, with Wigan, and give you confidence looking ahead going into the playoffs.
Yeah, it is. We are building, and we are, we're definitely building. We're getting better. Lost by 2 points against Saints, which I think, a draw would have been fair. Drew at their place. So I know we're there. We are a top team, and we need to be the top team come the end of the year. We just need to make sure that we understand that next time out against Wigan or Saints, you don't get another bite at the cherry. So it's got to be better than that.
Lois, thank you so much for joining us so quickly. We wish you all the best for the rest of the season.
Thank you very much.
So both head coaches with the prognosis on that game. It is Dennis Betts who will be very, very happy with his side's work this afternoon. They have won 30 points to 16 here at Robin Park, and Courtney, they have shown why they are the standard bearers this season.
Yeah, they have, and what I really like about the Wigan Warriors is, they dominated that Challenge Cup. They came out here, obviously that draw against St Helens, but they show that they're willing to work and bounce back. They've had a couple of easy wins since, but this afternoon was certainly still a test, regardless of, a 14-point, which was probably a little bit more comfortable than that scoreline suggests. But they continue to build, they continue to develop and get better and better.
Well, Courtney, an absolute pleasure to have you with us this afternoon. A pleasure to have all of you tuning in here on The Sportsman. We absolutely love our rugby league and the Betfred Women's Super League. We will have confirmation of more coverage very, very shortly. So keep your eyes out across our social media. And, of course, join us on Wednesday night for The Last Tackle. We'll be back with more from the Betfred Women's Super League. But here at Robin Park, it is the Wigan Warriors who march on at the top of the table, beating the Leeds Rhinos 30 points to 16.